Back from the unacknowledged detention centers of Azerbaijan.
They're here.
They're live.
And they've got a camel.
Please, give a great, big clash of civilizations welcome to Ali and Ali!
I am Ali Hakim. And I am not. And we are come to explain, to end hearts and minds.
Maybe get married. I am single and in search of a wife.
I'm sorry. To rebuild trust. But as we say in Agrabah, the littlest camel does not make the biggest, how you say, yeah.
Who? So, with money from United Furniture Warehouse of Nation, we are proud to bring you our show.
I wanna be like Osama. I wanna bomb a path of fame across the earth. I know that people may abhor me, but by God they won't ignore me when the CIA determines what I'm worth.
Osama bin Laden recently published a magazine called Jihad Magazine, and I was like, what kind of articles are in that? 50 ways to lose weight? Number 1. Blow yourself up.
Mustafa lost 200 pounds in 1 second.
Oh, fears!
For the first few years after the September 11 attacks, any message from Osama bin Laden prompted an almost immediate reaction from the U.S. intelligence community, and within a day or two, verification of its authenticity.
But, as time went by, intelligence and counterterrorism officials decided that they would no longer give credibility to the Al-Qaeda leader messages. There would virtually be no comment, not even to verify his identity.
But March 25th, 2010's audio message should have struck a chord.
In the audio message, he declares that he will kill American civilians if any of the Al-Qaeda leaders awaiting trial were executed.
Abu Jandal. There was a fork in the road. One road leading to coast and another to Kabul. I was with Sheikh Osama in the vehicle when he turned to me and said,
"What do you think? Coast or Kabul?"
I told him, let's just visit Kabul. The next evening, 75 American cruise missiles
Slam!
into the training camp near coast. The road not taken.
It makes you wonder, whose side God's on? Doesn't that?
I will delegate the killing to the malleable and willing. Make sure I get to billing when the news gets around. Please make me like Osama be, I'll be Islamically renowned. Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden.
He's the man everyone wants to capture.
The man nobody can find.
And the man who used to be our ally.
He's also the man that we know very little about.
He might as well be J.D. Salinger, but less dead, or more dead.
In the language of advertising, bin Laden has become a brand. An omnipresent force whose very name invokes perils far beyond his capability, whether or not he is in fact still alive.
This man and his followers managed to plan the single largest attack of terror in American history. Because as many believe, we ignored the warnings.
But not only is Osama bin Laden one of the most infamous terrorists, he's also one of the most effective redders.
His followers describe him as eloquent yet direct, poetic yet free of colloquialism, and resonant on multiple registers.
His attraction is that his rhetorical style includes caustic logic, where he does not approve of killing innocents. He reasons that
Since Americans pay taxes, There is no such thing as an American innocent.
He has a repertoire of references to early Islam into scripture, and his messages even allude to ancient proverbs.
The mad goat who rusts the ground is the one who steps on the blade!
There's even a dark sense of humor in Bin Laden's writings.
In Arabic, Uncle Sam is Sam.
That rhymes.
Well, the Arabic representation for the word Sam represents poison, where an uncle in Arabic represents trust. Poison trust!
But for all the riches in Bin Laden's language, our transcripts of his text thus far are
Horrendous!
The Arabic is often flat and just wrong, and have led many to believe that we are missing out on the subtext within.
Osama bin Laden's most recent message was released on March 25th, 2010.
In it, he threatens to kidnap and kill innocent Americans if the U.S. executes any Al-Qaeda terrorist awaiting trial.
However, the March 29th, 2010 edition of Family Security Matters quotes many high-level officials as stating that the threat to kill American innocents was so ridiculous that it hardly merits a response.
Now that's ridiculous. Bin Laden's reach extends to countless followers across the world.
And if we continue to brush aside his messages, the Osama brand will continue to entice followers.
Instill fear.
And motivate acts of violence.
As Sun Tzu writes in The Art of War, in order to defeat the enemy,
We must first understand the enemy.
So, using the drama,
Shing! Jihad, the musical by Zoe Samuel.
The Adventure of Ali and Ali and the Axis of Evil by Marcus Youssef and Guillermo Pichera.
A&B by Master Brody. CNN coverage when it's 2010 with American Laden. CNN March 28, 2010 with the Boo John Doll, bitch.
Personal interviews. The CIA's National Intelligence Officer, Paul Pilar, and former head of CIA's Bin Laden unit, Michael Schroeder.
Articles from CNN, the New Yorker, and Time Magazine, Washington Post, and the Economist.
Imperial Hubris by Peter Bergen, and the Osama bin Laden I Know by Michael Schroeder.
And the poetry. The Travail of the Child Who Has Left the Land of the Holy Shrines by Osama bin Laden.
We present a reader's theater.
Challenging the notion of who he is.
And arguing that only when we fully understand the man behind the rhetoric
Can we truly defeat his ideology? Renown.
Hello, people! We have been touring all over the world, but we are so excited to be here. At Los Angeles Valley Cottage!
She pulled a Palin. So excited that we feel like singing.
From the towers of Calcutta
To the sewers of USA.
to all the men and
All the women.
and yes, even the gay! Pretty good, right? We here at Ali
And Ali.
wish to communicate with you in ways to which you are culturally accustomed, like TV. Ooh.
Attention, filthy American pigs. This is Saddam Hussein. Nah, you actually found him. This is Osama bin Laden. And not only am I the world's most feared terrorist right now, following your tickle fights and Trump hate rallies, I realize that the only thing that you people are afraid of is the gay. And thus, I come out of the closet as a raging homosexual. That's right. At this point, I would like to issue a fatwa on Larry Schnorr's sweet, sweet ass. You can tell him yes. Because if I ever see him wandering the deserts of Palm Springs again. Oh, and not only am I a gay, but I plan on marrying my life partner, Omar Lamula.
I told you, Osama, I'm not very comfortable with this.
Come on, I've seen seen all those issues of muscle and fitness that you have?
What? I'm trying to get back in shape.
Whatever. America, you have much to fear. Soon, wave after wave of homosexual terrorists will be invading your shores, putting on ridiculous Broadway musicals.
And taking over the fashion industry.
America, you have been warned.
The latest report is that Osama has shaved his beard, is wearing Western clothes, and has even had plastic surgery. Isn't that amazing? The guy's made just a few videos, but he's already gone Hollywood. But think about it. Osama has been hiding for 10 years. That's a good hider. I bet as a kid, when he was going to go play hide and go seek, the other kids were pissed because they knew he was going to take forever. They'd be like,
Girl, you invited Osama?
Okay, I'll count.
There's no point.
Okay, Osama. 1, 2,
We're gonna miss our high school graduation at this point.
4,
How does he do it? He's so tall.
5, 6,
You know, he's just gonna hide in his cave again.
8.
And he's gonna send out videos haunting us.
Osama! Come out, wherever you are! You're such an asshole!
The latest Osama tape has intelligence officials fuming. They seem to have a hard time making up their minds as to how to respond.
his calm, affectless delivery is strangely at odds with his
Message of vengeance.
How does he get people so excited when he is such a monotone speaker?
He's almost like Al Gore. Makes me excited.
But Bin Laden's threat to retaliate on American civilians demands a response.
Our house is on a hill. We would sit up there and meditate. We would listen to Sheikh Osama's poetry, statements, and speeches.
Dismissing his message as a mere ego trip is wrong and dangerous, as it reaches virtually every extremist Muslim group.
And his timeliness shows that Bin Laden, or whoever may be in charge of the Osama brand, is paying close attention to American politics.
But what we need to realize is that his tapes are not solely about taking or killing prisoners.
Their main function is proof of life. It's part of his ongoing campaign to prove his relevance and rally us, his troops.
They're not buying this. They do not like it.
They do not know us. We have to explain who we are. Ali.
Fundamentalists! Okay. Years ago, with help from US, we gained control of Agrabah and imposed theocratic state. And despite hailing from small country hijacked by oppressive theocratic regime, we are well educated and forward thinking. Right. But to better explain, we at Ali
And Ali.
have an idea
For
a movie!
It's an action movie! An epic! A love story.
A quiet drama of personal fortitude. The movie opens. No credits.
Some bad motherfuckers come to town! They go to a strip club!
Sick, disgusting pigs. They don't even tip after a lap dance.
And the next day, in a devastating act of monumentality, they kill themselves, as many sweet, innocent people.
So, smash cut to your boys! And they together.
And they give the people bottles of water.
And then the sky opens up and it rains.
Pop-Tarts!
This is no ordinary war.
Michael Schroyer here, head of the former CIA's Bin Laden unit. Now, the picture of Osama is someone who is hyper-religious. He's very polite, and by all accounts, he's, well, a selfless individual. Now, how did this man become the leader of the biggest terrorist organization in the world? Well, I'll tell you. His speeches persuade people, and his tapes the widely distributed ones throughout history. His charisma is due in part to a great backstory. He was a billionaire! That could have been partying, but instead he was off to fight the Soviets. Now, although 9/11 was a tactical success for Bin Laden, strategically it was a failure. Now his followers have grown exponentially since then. He's also lost the support of a lot of important people, including his son.
Omer Bin Laden. I started training with my father at 14, and after a few years, my eyes opened when the fights got bigger and bigger, so I decided to leave. He said it was my choice.
I would like you to be with me, Omer, but it is your decision.
I have no idea where he is, and I don't think he'll ever get caught. You see, the people there are different than they are here. The people there have freedom. They believe they can do anything with God's permission.
Well, do you think your father's a terrorist?
No. I do not think my father is a terrorist. But I'd like to say to him, try to find another way.
Bin Laden led Islamists attack America not because of what we say or believe, but what we do via our foreign policies. The policies at issue are
America's ability to keep Arab oil prices acceptable in the West.
Unqualified support for Israel.
Military presence in the Arabian Peninsula.
Protection from Muslim tyranny.
Support for Russia, China, and India against their Muslim population.
And our presence in Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen,
and all other Muslim states.
I wanna
Dun, dun, dun.
be like Osama.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wanna wear designer clothes beneath a robe.
Beneath the robe.
And though my lackeys loom like vultures, I'll declare a clash of cultures.
Till civilians by the millions round the globe.
I'll grow a beard down to my navel
Conquer YouTube.
get on cable.
and be wealthier than any man I know. Please make me like Osama be with an Al Jazeera show. And they will speak of me throughout history. Oh, what bliss to be Al Mansour. I'll enact a plan, be a bogeyman with a brand new holy war.
Oh, it's time for our special guest appearance. Please join us in a warm clash of civilizations. Welcome to
the president of Al Qaeda,
Mr. Osama Bin Laden.
Thank you. Now, as the Wahhabi, I have a very dim view toward the dramatic art. But as Omar the Mullah likes to say,
Well, you take what you can get before you get to the virgins.
so it is with great pleasure that I present this gift.
Come on. Open it up. Let us see what Osama left.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated.
This is not a real explosion. If this were a real explosion with, say, an Afghan widow with 6 kilos of explosives strapped to her body, you would not be hearing this announcement.
Children would have been left father or motherless.
All of your friends in the immediate vicinity would have been wiped out.
We repeat,
This is not real!
You are still alive.
Where is the way out of all our troubles? Why in our area do we see nothing but parapets and pits? Because America has come manipulating funds and media. Why do they send these missiles, thick as rain, showing mercy neither to a child nor a man shattered by old age? What can I utter to a world bereft of physical and moral vision, of a people reduced to stupor? Kabul holds its head up high despite the hardship and the danger. Kabul with a smiling face offers all comers shelter and help in a world of criminality where children are like cattle slaughtered. Zion is murdering my brothers, and they hold a Congress? They are America's henchmen, blinded and devoid of vision. And they are neither truthful, nor have they made a difference in this world. I swear by God the Great, that we, shall fight the infidel.
Who could ask for more? To be 6'4", oh, the name and song would be known, and I won't be missed on the wanted list with a jihad of my own.
Ali? 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 Ali?
Ali? Ali, are you okay? What is it? I had the most beautiful dream. We were back in a village and spring had come. And the battlefields were green with grass. And everyone had meaningful work.
And food?
Yes, Ali.
And fresh water?
Yes. It was so simple. So easy.
Ali, was it Agrabah?
No, Ali. I think it was the future.
I hope it was the future. Ali, I hope we are doing the right thing.
We have to be. He told us that we are.
The problem is that America does not understand what we are fighting. Knock off the head, and the body continues to function, because it remains a diverse and diffuse set of groups and cells, all with their own internal structures, driven by a united front, that of the Osama brand. We need to understand what we are fighting.
Because whether Osama bin Laden is dead or alive is irrelevant.
Please make me like Osama.
His ideology lives on.
I'll be Islamically
Renowned.
renowned.